For the last 5 years, at least 3-4 times a week, we get the same email. How do I clean my convertible roof? What products do I use? What accessories do I use? Is it too aggressive? Is my roof going to be discolored? Am I going to damage it? So now it's time to put this whole discussion to bed. I'm going to show you 3 different ways on the same roof, one chemical, but with slightly different methods of approach and attack. So this car is my good friend Harry. If you want to have a look at his escapades on Instagram, he's called Supercar Harry. Beautiful human. You see that car behind there? Well, that is his dad. Legends, right? Absolute legends. Supercar Nigel, if you want to have a look at his escapades. So on a Friday night, if you want a bit of humor, combine the two together, you are set, people. Now, he said to me, Nick, the roof needs a bit of work. No problem, brother. I'll sort you out. So the first thing is, this is fabric. Fabric likes, every so often, a little bit of aggressiveness. What I mean by that is don't go in with a metal scourer pad, because you are obviously not going to be my friend after that. Keep the roof nice and wet. As you can see, the roof is wet. I have just rinsed it. Now, the one product in question, please do not go and buy fabric cleaners, convertible rooftop cleaners. We all know what companies those are. Please do not do that. You do not need a dedicated product that is a diluted version of another product. Yes, I said it. Now, what you do need is a very high quality raw material product that has got no caustic chemicals, that is not going to bleach your roof. That is also very dangerous. Now, again, our citrus, you know, it is a viral product for us for many, many years now. But the one amazing factor that actually means nothing for the paint, but means everything for fabric roofs, is this has got anti-molding properties. So it kills the problem, which is normally moss, kind of anything green, right? So let's call it that, moss, weeds, etc. It kills the problem at the root. So almost call it like a root weed killer, right? In that respect, which is very important, because if you clean your roof and then it comes back again the next week, you're just wasting your time. So I'm going to start most aggressive, and I'm going to work our way up, finishing with how, of course, I would do it if this was my car. You haven't got a dedicated tool at all. You already have it, or you should have it already in your arsenal. So method number 1, we have got the absolutely beautiful, look at this. This is our very, very special brush. This is the Detail Factory brush. Now, the beauty of this brush specifically, if you look how that flays, right? In fact, that's a perfect angle. So it is stiff, of course, but not too stiff. Now, the first method of attack, imagine you've just bought a car that is new to you. You're a detailer that wants to do a bit of prep work for, like, say, a fabric coating, or you are that guy on the drive, this is your car, and you're like, right, this is my 6 monthly, 12 monthly kind of decon of the roof. So, pre-prime the trigger, of course. I like to pre-prime the brush, and I also like to pre-prime the roof. Now, please don't go cheap on this. Coverage is king. You want the actual liquid to hit every single part of the roof, because it's already starting to act. Everywhere it hits, it's already starting to kind of eat into the problems that you have of dirt, etc. So I've pre-primed the brush. Can you see me slightly agitating this? That's the citrus already working. The dilution of citrus, before anybody asks, is 41 in the bottle. Pre-prime brush, look how soft that is. So that's already kind of splaying the fibers. Now all you want to do, I'm not into really pushing down into anything. If you've got a beautiful product, world class, and if you've got a world class accessory, that's all you need. Literally, just go in and agitate. Now, whether you go in circles, straight lines, really doesn't matter. Please don't overcomplicate the process. And another beautiful thing about using this specific brush, it's fully rubberized right? So if you do hit it on the paint, imagine you're getting close to here, it's rubber. So it's actually not a problem. So as you can see, foams up beautifully, just enough agitation. Now, when you've got to think about it, this is a carpet of some description, right? Carpets have got piles, it's fibers, so you need something with a little bit of, you know, toothpickery kind of technology to actually get within the fiber. And also it fluffs it up to where, you know, when you rinse it, dry it, etc., it's actually going to look really kind of refreshed because all the fibers have just been exfoliated by yourself. And now the most obvious one is you can rinse. Now you can rinse low pressure if you wish, like this. You could do this, not a problem. Works fantastically. Can you put a pressure washer on a car? Of course you can. And as you can see, by pure magic, the roof, looking beautiful. You have removed those, a few kind of white spot stains. That could be, you know, bird poo, that could be, you know, calcification of the water if something's just been dripping on it and has been left for a week or two. All of that is removed. Now, with this step, I'm going to tell you at the very end of the video, if you hang around, what my kind of schedules for option 1, 2 and 3 are. Now we're going to go into that side of the roof and I'm going to go to your second most used method of cleaning a roof like this. Now once again, nothing really changes. You still take your 421 citrus like this, you're going to pre-saturate it. But then this time, what you are going to do is you're going to take out, pow, your weapon of choice on this one. Now this goes even softer in fibers, right? So this would be one of your maintenance items plus one, as I call it. So it's not a true maintenance, but it is there when you just want to give it that extra 10% oomph. So again, you pre-saturate the brush, and then you go to town. But this time, because obviously you've got a bigger head, you've got a longer handle, you can get a lot of the work done super fast. Look at that. No dramas. Now again, fully synthetic, so it is resistant pretty much for life to 99.6% of chemicals. That's easy. Fully rubberized construction on the edge once again. So if you do in this area, imagine you get close and you want to touch the car by pure accident, of course, then you've got nothing to worry about. There we are, guys. That is how I would recommend that you do your not your decon step, not your maintenance step that you're about to see, but this, the fender well brush. I think this in this department, honestly, oh, look at that, whew, is pure king. And because you've got the length, the whole handle this time's rubberized, as you could see, you've got a weapon of choice there pretty much for 80% of situations. And now what I call the creme de la creme, the pied de resistance of maintaining your personal roof. So you have done step 1 beautifully at the start. You've every so often done step 2, you know, just to keep on top of that little bit of an extra bite. And this is your weekly wash, okay? You've got your music on, you've got your podcast on, you're relaxing, you're doing a maintenance wash. Now, the way I like to do this is treat the fabric roof the exact same as if it was just like a normal roof, okay? So you still start top to bottom. So you take your car shampoo and look at this, you just wash it just like that. Now this is the ultimate speed version, of course, because the wash pad is absolutely humongous, but look, that's it. Just wash it once, you're doing everything else correctly. wash it top to bottom. You then, at the very end, you're going to rinse your car, you're going to dry it off with a towel, pat it dry, not a problem. That's it, it's done. So this is how I would do it. So you would of course do a prep wash as you would with anything else. At the very start, whenever you buy the car, whether it's new, old, new to you, really doesn't matter. Get the roof perfected up to your standard, or to the best standard that that specific fabric can hold. And then after that, you know my kind of stance on it. Maintenance. And that's it. Wash the roof with your beautiful tri-fiber wash pad. I mean, this is a thing of beauty in its own, but this is not a wash pad video. And that's it. You wash it, you rinse it. Now I'm going to let this dwell while I wrap up the video. What do you do next, Nick? So, as I said, you rinse it, you dry it. You would take our drying towel, you would wipe it, you would pad dry it as best as you can. If your car lives outside, that's the best that you can do. That is not a problem. Now, if you have got a garage, it's even better, because once you dry and put it in, it just lets the fabric dry in kind of a different way. You can protect it with a fabric coating, coming soon. And then after that, what would happen is you would see me rinse, and it would act as if the roof was ceramic coated. So it would just beat off, fly everywhere. You could blow dry it at that point. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. Now, my personal recommendation to you, again, you can adjust and take the information as you will of what I'm about to say next. What are the schedules of the 3 methods that you have just shown me? So, in terms of the tie brush, I would recommend that you either do it as soon as you buy the car, in terms of, I mean, new, I wouldn't do it, but imagine new to you car, it's done 20, 30,000 miles plus, you do that, that's your prep, okay? If it's already a car that you've had in your possession for many, many years, I would honestly do it once every 6 to 12 months. Now, there's a big difference in that, 6 or 12. Which one is it, Nick? Well, it depends how the car's driven, where it lives. If it sits outside under a tree in the rain over winter, I'll do it every 6 months. If you've got, for example, I've got a really nice car garage, so I'm going to obviously just do it at some date that I'm going to make, probably in the summer, but imagine on July 1st every year I'm going to give it a decon wash, or going into the spring, March 1st, April 1st. Just make up your decision. If you're doing it 6 monthly, do it just before the spring season and just before you're going into the winter season. That gives you time to assess if there's anything needs working on, reprotect it, and you're good to go. Now, the fender well brush method, the long brush, I would do every 3 months, okay? So on your 12th week, you could do, and you can actually tie this in with the car. You could wash your car with an extra strong version of Reset. You can agitate the roof a little bit more aggressively, so you're almost like deconning the car and retopping up the protection. So 3 monthly is how I would do it. And of course, how often would you use the wash pad? I wash my car every week, so use it every week. And that's really it. Now, you can actually increase the aggressiveness of the wash pad chemically if you wish. You can either directly go on to the wash pad with a little bit of extra wash, or if you want to step it up a little bit further, like a 1.2 version, is you can actually pre-treat your wash pad with some citrus and agitate it if that makes you feel better. That's a really good method. If you can, like, I'm the weatherman. Everybody knows me as Nick the weatherman, right? The reason I say that is because I can, like, I look at the weather the best I can ahead. Again, it's not guaranteed, but if I know there's going to be a lot of extra rain, or we're coming off the back of extra rain, it's going to be like weather like this now for the next 10 days, it's going to be absolutely stunning. I may be like, you know what, I'm going to give it a little bit of an extra hit, maybe get rid of all the crunchies off the roof, ready for a nice bout of weather. And that's pretty much it. 6 to 12 months. Call it 12 if you're just, look, the car's outside, 12 months. Fender well brush is going to be every 3 months. Wash pad, wash it as often as you can. If you're washing your car weekly, twice a week, 10 times a week, doesn't matter. Wash the roof like you wash the paint. That's all I've got to say. Keep it really simple. And that's pretty much it. So every time a new email comes in how do I clean my convertible roof? This video is getting linked, so if this doesn't go to about 1.8 million views, I'll be highly disappointed. But I hope you found this informative. I've tried to give you as much knowledge as I could in the smallest bite-sized information as I could. This is the comprehensive way of looking after the roof. The protection version of this will obviously come as and when things are ready, but in terms of cleaning, this step will never change. There's no iteration, there's no dedicated rooftop cleaner, because that is just people pulling your pants down with money. Unacceptable. Use a very high quality product, use a very high quality brush, wash pad media, whichever way you do it, and you will have 100% results every time. Now that I can guarantee you. So to all the people who have got fabric roofs, convertible roofs, I hope this has helped you. Let me know in the comments if you've got any kind of further questions, if you've already tried one of the 3 methods, or you're completely new, you're like, oh my God, I didn't know I could do this. Let me know in the comments, and as always, I will catch you all very soon. I love you all, guys, and stay ready for some crazy videos coming into the spring season. Let's go!